Smith right there for the rebound. 47-31, Miami with the lead. Smith into the corner. Rex Chapman for the open play. Wearing the Bulls out here. Wearing them out.
Did y'all just see that? I've got to check the date on this because I'm pretty sure that isn't from 2021, and that isn't Stephen Curry. This game between the Miami Heat and the Chicago Bulls was back in 1996, and the man that took that shot is named Rex Chapman, the NBA's most interesting man that some of you younger fans have never even heard of. You see, not only was a stunt like this unprecedented in 1996, but Rex pulled this off on Michael Jordan. And if you think that's disrespectful, you won't believe what he did next. Today's video is brought to you by SeatGeek. With live events making a comeback and a new NBA season upon us, SeatGeek is here to get us back in the action. Check this out. Just download the SeatGeek app and use promo code JXMY to get $20 off your first order. SeatGeek makes buying tickets easier than ever with a rating system that lets you know which tickets are a good deal and which tickets are a bad deal. If it's green, that's a banger. You're getting a good deal there. Red? Not so much. I've been using SeatGeek for years. It's simple, it's easy, and it's a surefire way to get the best deal for your tickets. Whether it's a concert, basketball game, football, baseball, festival, SeatGeek's got it all. Download the app, use promo code JXMY, and get $20 off your first order today. Back in 1988, the Charlotte Hornets drafted a young player out of Kentucky, a first-round lottery pick nicknamed Boy Wonder, or as most know him, Rex Chapman. Now, Rex was a one-of-a-kind player, one of those guys with an irrational amount of confidence that you love to watch play. You know, the J.R. Smith, Lance Stevenson types. The man could miss 10 straight shots, then turn around and drop 20 points in the next quarter. In a league where three-pointers were not the go-to shot, Rex was putting up 6 threes a game. That's the same amount of three-point attempts that Trae Young averaged last season, and he did it with Russell Westbrook efficiency. Is that a good thing? Not at all. Did Rex care? No. The guy was electric, he was versatile. In 1991, Rex took part of the NBA Slam Dunk Contest and almost won the whole thing. Rex is also the son of former ABA player Wayne Chapman, a Kentucky legend. Dude has the longest NBA mixtape I've ever seen in my life. 50 minutes. A 50-minute mixtape. Rex also has one of the craziest playoff shots you'll ever see. An off-balance, game-tying three-point fadeaway with a hand in his face. Nothing but net. In fact, in that same first-round series against the Supersonics, Rex broke the NBA record for three-pointers in a playoff game on his way to a 42-point career high. One time, Shaquille O'Neal blocked Rex's shot so hard that the cameras literally lost power. Have you ever seen this clip before? Well, yeah, that's Rex getting a shot beat off the glass. Rex had a weird and crazy and exciting NBA career. But of all the interesting things about Rex, possibly the most interesting thing was his relationship with Michael Jordan. Michael was a few years older than Rex, but throughout the years, the two of them had developed a close friendship. When Rex was being recruited by colleges, Michael personally called him and tried to persuade him to go to UNC. Both Rex and Mike shared the same agent. Little known fact, Rex was actually supposed to be in the original Space Jam, but right before filming, he broke his leg, so he wasn't able to be a part of the movie. Rex played Michael many times throughout his career, 23 times to be exact, and he did fairly well in those matchups, averaging 14, 2, and 2 a game. On the other hand, Mike outplayed him every time. Well, almost every time. On February 23, 1996, Rex Chapman and the Miami Heat faced off against Michael Jordan and the Chicago Bulls. This Bulls team was and still is widely regarded as the best basketball team of all time, coming into the game with a ridiculous record of 48-5. The Heat were a below-average team with a record of 24-29. But remember, Rex has irrational confidence, so he came out firing.
Rex Chapman puts up the three and hits. Baseline. Kicks it out. Rex Chapman, an open three. Well, last night, kick it back out. Chapman for three. That's a great job. All you have to do is go out and just fire that ball up.
Just 8 minutes into the first quarter, and Rex already has 10 points. He's heating up. So Michael decides to pick Rex up full court and stick on him like a shadow. This immediately backfired on Mike.
Back-to-back or doubleheader probably. I don't think they've lost one of those as Rex Chapman puts it up. Michael should pick up the personal foul, and does.
After hitting a pair of free throws, Rex had 12 points in the first, as many points as the entire Bulls roster combined. For the rest of the quarter, Mike continues to hound Rex up the entire length of the court. Again, Rex was unfazed.
Rex Chapman, quick, long three. Circle, looks for the open man. Oh, MJ almost got it. Chapman an open three. Rex Chapman will bring it across the timeline. Chapman again with the three.
They try to double team him. He's got 6 now. He's got 23 points. 29 is his high for the year. And he is a pure red-hot shooter.
Into the corner, Rex Chapman for the open three.
Wearing the Bulls out here. Wearing them out.
50-31, Miami with the lead. Eric Hill wants a timeout.
Rex is absolutely torching Mike. 6 threes and 24 points in the first half. Things were getting ugly. So ugly that Phil Jackson had to make a call that he had never made before. Phil Jackson told Mike to switch off of Rex Chapman so Steve Kerr could guard him. Old boy Rex was cooking Jordan so bad that Mike's coach made him switch off. By halftime, the entire Bulls roster made a combined 1 3-pointer. 1. Rex had 6 by himself. Michael's fuming. He can't believe his eyes. MJ's had enough. He gets his defender caught up with a quick jab step, blows past him with his left, and meets Rex Chapman near the rim. Rex doesn't give a damn, pushes Jordan out of bounds. And here's where things get interesting. In an interview a couple of years ago, Rex says that he didn't say much to Mike.
You know, you couldn't let Michael dunk it. It was sort of a rule. If he dunked it, crowd's going to get into it, his teammates get into it. He made a move baseline. You know, I sort of launched into him just to get him before he got off the ground. And I don't think we had the same agent forever. Michael called me to go to Carolina in 1984.
Oh, he recruited you?
Yeah. So I'd known him forever, but I think he didn't see who got him. He did, and he turned around to say something, and we kind of got nose to nose. There was no anything really said worth anything. I think I said something like, you know, I can't just let you dunk it. And so, but it looked like yeah. And so everybody's like, oh, you were talking so much noise to Jordan. I was like, no, I was not doing that.
But other accounts recall Rex saying something much, much different. Something along the lines of, you can't guard me. Get out of my face. You better switch off. Now, I want to pause here for a second. Rex didn't have to say this. Him and Mike were friends, good friends. Rex already had quite the moment against Mike in the first half. He could have just let it be and moved on. Besides, we've seen this story play out a million times. Guy trash talks Michael. Michael absolutely disintegrates the guy. But this time was different.
Rex in Michael's face now. And Alonzo Mourning in Michael's face now.
You let a guy get going in this league, and you got a problem. And I got it going one night, and we got lucky.
Inside Rex Chapman with a reverse over his head. Rex Chapman off balance three. It doesn't matter. 77-59 now as Chapman double pumps, put it up. It is the Rex Chapman show now. Rex Chapman for three. Offensive rebound. Chapman Conley for three. Yes, absolutely. That could be the nail. The Bulls want a timeout. Bud Light player of the game, not much question. Rex Chapman, 12 of 17 from the floor. 37 points, a season high for him. He's our Bud Light player of the game.
Do y'all see this? Michael Jordan was 17. Rex Chapman, 33. Not Clyde, not Reggie, not Dominique. Rex Chapman was doing this to Mike. And after Michael checked Rex in the third quarter, Rex popped off again for 15 more points, finishing the game with a 39-piece, tying his career high at the time and sinking 9 threes and shooting 90% from beyond the arc. At one point, the Heat were up by nearly 30 points on the best basketball team the game has ever seen. Look at the shot. Only a man without a conscience would take a shot like this. For crying out loud, this guy on the sideline is bowing to Rex. Pat Riley loves it, the fans love it, Rex Chapman is a god. Michael Jordan and the Bulls were in the building, but all eyes are on the Wonder Boy. Up to this point in Rex's career, these were the best games he had ever played in the NBA. Some 30 bombs here and there, the man could pop off at any point. And here was that game against Michael and the Bulls. Literally, the best game of his entire career. And to add insult to injury, the Heat handed the Bulls their 6th loss of the season that night. Rex Chapman did it. He actually did it. He made Michael Jordan back down. Most men would consider this a death wish, but not Rex. Now, what I'm not going to mention is that for the remainder of Rex's NBA career, he played Mike 8 more times. And in those 8 games, Mike absolutely walked him like a dog repeatedly for the next 3 seasons, including a 3-game playoff sweep that virtually ended Rex's time in Miami. I won't mention that part, because this story isn't about that. This is a story about Rex Chapman, a man who on February 23rd, 1996, slayed the Giants, looked him right in his face in front of 15,000 fans, told Michael Jordan he couldn't guard him, and he actually meant it. The NBA's most interesting man that all of you have now definitely heard of.